Thank all of you. At this time, I get to introduce a very special guest with us tonight, a friend of Rainbow Omega. And we'd like to honor a person who has served our state as treasurer, lieutenant governor, and now the governor of Alabama. She has always, when we met with her, she always listened to the needs of our residents, and on many occasions gave good advice, and on at least 3 occasions has visited Rainbow Omega. And many times, or her chief of staff have taken my call when I've called to Montgomery. So with that said, and she has a lot of credentials. She was born here in Alabama and served in our state for many, many years. But tonight, so with that said, on behalf of our families here tonight, ROI Board of Directors, staff, and last of all, the most important, our residents, and we'd like to honor you tonight. Would you please come forward to the podium? In honor of our governor, Governor Kay Ivey, in appreciation of your steadfast leadership and support of Rainbow Omega.
Thank you, Stinson. Wow. Let's show it off. What a treat and a treasure. Thank you so, so much. I wasn't expecting that. I was just proud to come to yet another big banquet. I'm delighted to be here. And thank y'all for inviting me. And Stinson, we all appreciate so much the work that you and Diane and Mike do and as you lead this wonderful organization. And all of us here tonight clearly know that it's Stinson Carpenter who has given his life, most of his energy and effort through the years to making Rainbow Omega an absolute sterling center for care of wonderful people. Stinson, we all sincerely thank you. If it wasn't for you, none of us would be here tonight. And the work that you and the staff do, Stinson, for these wonderful residents, you give them a feeling of fulfillment, and that is such an accomplishment. And folks like you and organizations like Rainbow Omega are guiding examples of what we can do when we truly want to care for our fellow man. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you here tonight are leaders. You are leaders in your community, in our state. You are leaders in rising up to meet the needs of those who are in need. And leadership is doing what is right simply because it's the right thing to do. And I appreciate so much Rainbow Omega in being willing to do what is right, to care for these men and women who need our tender loving care. And what you do is not easy, but at the same time, the work of loving our neighbor, as Christ would tell us, is always the right thing. Leadership is not defined by what we know, but rather is defined by what we're willing to do with what we know. Like you do in your professional lives, I must understand the challenges that face us and understand what the real problems are and confront them. My first responsibility when I took the oath of office, I said, was to steady the ship of state and to improve Alabama's image. And a big part of steadying the ship was putting together the governor's cabinet. And I am pleased to tell you that the Mental Health Commissioner, Mrs. Lynn Bashir, has already been to Rainbow Omega. Right after she was appointed, for just a matter of a few days. In fact, she was up there on July 21 and stayed and had lunch with Stinson and Diane and the staff and residents. Lynn Bashir will be a very competent, capable, caring, smart commissioner of mental health, and she's certainly been a leader in putting my cabinet together and helping me steady the ship. The best leaders among us are those that identify challenges and talk frankly about these challenges and then work diligently to address the appropriate way to take care of those challenges. And this is the approach that I'm taking as I lead the state of Alabama. Leadership is not about simply pointing out what might not be right or might need fixing. Leaders cannot just complain. Leaders have to offer solutions. And I am committed to working every day to govern, to make a difference, to face challenges, and to lead us in finding the answers. And each of you here tonight, men and women who are willing to sacrifice your time, your treasure, and your talents to provide the care for other people, you are what makes Alabama special. It's folks like you that makes our great state sweet home Alabama. It's not only my honor to be in your presence tonight, but I am also humbled to be the governor of a state where there are many people like you, citizens committed to helping others above yourself. That is what the good Lord asks us to do, serving others first above ourselves. So thank you each for allowing yourselves to be a vessel of hope, of peace, of love to the residents, to give them some experiences they may not otherwise have. And so tonight, may God bless each one of you and your families. May God bless the residents, the dear people in your care. And may God continue to bless the great state of Alabama. Thank y'all very much.